What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan. I'm BeamNX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have a rules and errata update for Star Wars Legion. This is the November rules and points update we talked about when we were doing those hobby news videos. We said we were going to be getting around to this, to talking about the points list change. Last one we got, obviously, was in the summertime. So it's kind of been around, maybe been like May, June. So it's been about 6 months, which is kind of how they do it average. Every 6 months we get a points update. But so we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about the errata document and just look at the changes that are to the game and decide, hey, is this making things better? Is it making things worse? Let's, hopefully it's making things better. But if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, getting into it. Greetings, Star Wars Legion players, and welcome to another Atomic Mass Games transmission. It's time for another biannual Star Wars Legion development update. We're covering changes to the core rulebook, errata document, and points update. We've got a lot to cover, so strap in. Core rulebook changes. Starting off with some core rulebook changes. We're adding a new mechanic, Star Wars Legion, upgrading and downgrading dice. Some effects will instruct players to upgrade or downgrade a unit's attack or defense dice. When a die is upgraded or downgraded, it is removed from the attack and defense pool, and the corresponding die it was upgraded to or downgraded to is added. This new mechanic opens a great deal of design space, providing us with a scaling mechanic for adjusting dice pools that did not previously exist. For example, this can be found in two new keywords with the anti-material X and anti-personal X. Anti-material X, when a unit defends against an attack that has an anti-material X weapon in the attack pool, the defending unit is, if the defending unit is a vehicle unit, upgrade X amount of that weapon's attack dice. Anti-personnel, when the unit defends against an attack that has the anti-X keyword in the attack pool, if the defending unit is a trooper unit, upgrade, blah, blah, blah. Same thing. These two new keywords allow greater flexibility when creating weapon profiles. While the impact X keyword does an excellent job of making a weapon effective against vehicles, it does not change the consistency of the attack roll itself, meaning that the weapon's attack dice are just as likely to roll hit results regardless of the target. Upgrading and downgrading dice with these keywords makes weapons more consistent against certain targets while being less effective against others. Makes sense. Speaking of weapon profiles, we are also changing the cumbersome keyword. Cumbersome, when a unit adds a weapon with the cumbersome keyword to the attack pool, it downgrades each of that weapon's attack dice if that unit has made any move during the same activation. The quality of life adjustment makes it much easier for players to utilize cumbersome weapons on the battlefield while still retaining the flavor that those weapons work better when stationary. Expect to see more keyword effects that utilize upgrade and downgrade mechanics in the future. So I think before you couldn't use cumbersome if you had moved, but now you can. It just is going to downgrade each of that weapon's attack dice. So if you're rolling reds, you're going to roll blacks, or if you're rolling blacks, you're rolling whites. So it just makes the shot worse, which actually makes sense because now you can get your cumbersome, you can get your unit with a cumbersome weapon out of the way of something that's coming in and not after, and still be able to attack. You just won't get as good of results. So that's kind of a decent, thing. So that was the core rulebook changes. I do kind of like that. I think that's kind of cool. We also have the errata update to coincide with the changes to cumbersome. We are errating the DF90 mortar on the DF90 mortar troopers to have 2 black attack dice instead of 3 white attack dice. This change allows the DF mortar trooper to interact with the changes to cumbersome while retaining most of the offensive efficiency. So now if you were to move, you'd roll 2 white dices on that mortar trooper instead of 2 black. So it makes it a little bit better while also giving you the ability to make it worse and still be able to attack with 2 white dice off of that cumbersome weapon. So that's kind of cool. So I do agree with that. I think that's actually a really smart change. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think that actually makes sense. Points update. As we've stated before, Star Wars Legions is a living and breathing game system. Balance must be carefully maintained and adjusted over time. As developers, we take care to do our due diligence while making these adjustments, assuring that they are supported by both data and playtest analysis. The following points adjustments changes we are confident making based on the analysis of internal and external data that support. So looks like the AA5 speeder truck is increasing by 10 points to 75 points, while the heavy laser retrofit and the quad lasers are being reduced by 5 points and 10 points respectively. These changes are to encourage taking a hardpoint upgrade on the unit while making it easier to do so. Additionally, the unstable astromech upgrade is increased by 4 points to 12. Oh wow, that's a big one. The Ewok Slinger unit has increased by 3 points to 38 points, and the Ewok Slinger Squad upgrade is increased by 4 points. These options are a bit too efficient for their previous point costs. The Fleet Trooper Squad upgrade and the Rebel Trooper Squad upgrade are both decreasing by 5 points to 40 points, reducing the cost of this option allow these units to more easily perform a variety of roles. The Mark II Medium Blaster Trooper is increasing by 2 points to 40 points. This change is to account for the changes to the cumbersome and also to discourage players from taking a large number of these units to bolster their activation count. The Rebel Commando's DH-447 Sniper upgrade is being decreased by 3 points to 35 points. We had initially overvalued this option, and this change will make it easier to include in players' armies. So, Imperial Special Forces unit is being reduced by 6 points to 62 points, and their TE-21 Special Forces Trooper upgrade is being reduced by 3 points to 24 points. While they are a potent unit, we found their point cost to be disproportionate to their effectiveness on the battlefield. Several of the Imperial Dark Trooper upgrades are being reduced in cost. The Imperial Dark Trooper personal upgrade is also being reduced by 4 points to 28. The Myrtleizer, I love that, the Myrtleizer, heavy weapon upgrade by 6 points to 30 points. And the XS4 assault cannon by 6 points to 49 points. And the SM9 frag launcher by 5 points to 40 points. These reductions make it easier for players to bring a full unit of Imperial Dark Troopers to the battlefield. Moff Gideon is being reduced by 20 points to 80 points. This change is congruent with our design philosophy of increasing the viability and ease of use of character units, and with a reduced overall cost, make the Darksaber a more appealing option. Fifth Brother and Seventh Sister are being reduced by 8 points each to 97 and 102 respectively. These changes are congruent with our design philosophy of increasing blah blah blah. We already read that. Particularly operatives, because operatives are not always, you don't have to have an operative on your squad. The LAAT LE patrol transporters are being reduced by 10 points to 90 points. We want to give players the option to take either a cheap transport unit or offset some of the costs of the unit's ordnance upgrades if players decide to use a unit in a gunship role. The Imperial Death Troopers DLT heavy weapon upgrade is being reduced by 2 points to 28 to better reflect its efficiency for the cost. The Snowtrooper Squad, you're missing a T there. The Snowtrooper Squad upgrade is being reduced by 6 points to 40 points. We initially overvalued the defensive efficiency of some of the red defense dice, units with squad upgrades. The Scout Troopers DLT Sniper Rifle is being decreased by 3 to 35, which kind of feels the same as when they did the Rebel one. Yeah, they're both reduced to 35. We had initially overvalued this option, and this change will make it easier to include the player in players' armies. Yeah, people were always doing the 2-squad snipers and stuff like that, and I think they fixed that, but they were also worried that snipers were just too cheap. So I think they realized, okay, maybe we did a little bit too much too fast, but that sometimes it's better to overdo it and then pull it back than to just have something be broken for an extended period of time. The Occupier Assault Tanks hardpoint upgrades are both reduced in cost. The Pintle-mounted DLT is being reduced from 18 to 14, and the pintle-mounted RT97C from 14 to 10. These options were disproportionate in cost for their efficiency. We got Separatists too. The AAT battle tank is being reduced by 15 points to 150. This change will make it easier for the unit to equip ordnance upgrades. The RPS 6 Magna Guard is being reduced by 8 points to 32. This upgrade was overcosted for efficiency. The Aqua Droids are being increased by 13 points to 78. I thought Aqua Droids looked awesome. This unit has proven to be too efficient for its cost due to its durability. I could see that. The Clone Trooper Infantry Squad upgrade is being reduced by 3 points to 53. We initially overvalued the defensive efficiency of some red defense dice with squad upgrades. That's the only one. And that goes to Mercenaries. AA5, 75. That's what these changes encourage to take a hard point. Additionally, it's the same thing. It's just Mercenary, the AA5, because it's Mercenary as well. Gar Saxon is being decreased by 5 points to 90. And his Galar 90 rifle is also being reduced by 5 points to 10 points. This change is congruent with our design philosophy of increasing the viability and ease of character units to make it easier for players to equip Gar Saxon with his iconic gear. Cad Bane's Electro gauntlets are being reduced by 7 points to 3 points. This change is congruent with the design philosophy, blah, 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 particularly offers. It makes it easier for players to equip Cad with his iconic gear. And if you go over here to the Errata rule reference, you can see all these changes in here. So it shows, shows old and new. So it's up by 10 points, but all these are down, by 5 points, 10 points. So, right then and there kind of evens it out a little bit. Fleet Trooper Squad, you can see all the Rebel stuff, Galactic Empire. Oh, look at all this Galactic Empire stuff going down. Galactic Republic, just a few changes. Clone Trooper Marksman Squad has already gone down quite a bit. I don't think I saw that in the list there. AAT Battle Tank, that's cool. Aqua Droid's up, 2 busted. Mercenaries, and then talking about the Errata, shows you the Errata. Add a unique bullet. They missed the unique bullet on the General Grievous wheel bike. Changed the restriction to Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight. So removed cards. My poor Palpatine. So that is the Errata, guys. Tell us what you guys think about this update. A lot of points decreases, which is always really good. How do you feel about the Aqua Droids? Do you think they were ripe for a hit? What do you think about the new way of decreasing, or not modifying, but making dice better or worse? They use better terminology than I can. Upgrading or downgrading dice. I think that's really cool. Personally, I think that's a really cool ability, and I'm hoping that they make really good use of that. As always, we bring you the Legion updates as soon as we can, and I hope you guys enjoy this as always. This has been actually a really fun video, really cool with the new changes and the point updates, and hopefully we'll have some more box openings for you guys soon. Like I said, my store is just getting hooked up with their Asmodee account now that the old store has transitioned to the new one. And the store owner's been really good about me. He said, hey, you want to go out and buy this stuff? I said, no, I want to support you. So let's, wait. I mean, fortunately, I can't get you guys the videos as soon as I would like, but I like supporting my local store. So, these game stores keep running, right? If you don't spend money there, you don't have anywhere to go play. But it looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.